Hello, I am the Flawless Walrus, and welcome back to our prediction for the next death battle. And this one is going to be a very strange one because for all that I've looked into these characters, I, maybe for the first time in years, actually don't know who's going to win. Like, I don't even have... Like, there's times where I'm like, oh yeah, this person's going to win, and then I'm wrong. So that's one thing. But legitimately, these two... This fight is such a mirror match. Both of them have pretty few scant things between each other that aren't, like, that the other one doesn't have. Their stats should be very similar, if not identical. Even the death battle already put Spawn at, like, infinite universe through, like, space and time and shit. Ghost Rider's probably going to be in a pretty similar place. Both of them are probably going to be put at, like, infinite speed. There's just so little that I'm seeing that puts one over the other. And both are borderline immortal with, like, so few things that are able to take each other out. Holy weapons is one thing, which I think both do have. But it's going to be hard to, one, put them down permanently, and two, they've kind of just come back from that shit before anyway, for a lot of the time. So we're kind of at almost coin flip territory. There's a couple abilities that I've seen people point out on either side, such as Spawn's time stops, or Ghost Rider having his Hellfire potentially be stronger than anything that Spawn has come back from. At the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of, like, nitpicking as to what would count as what, but, like, for the most part, soul consumption they both have, mind control aspects they both have, and have resisted. Anything that, like, erases them from existence on conceptual, spiritual, physical levels, both have it. A lot of the times from fighting, they're, again, very similar enemies with Malabagia and Mephisto. They both have a lot of the same abilities and have fought the same abilities. Like, this is probably as close to a mirror match as we have gotten since Wanda versus Zatanna. Like, what's the one thing that's going to put one over the other? There's arguments that it could be, again, Spawn's time stop, but it's gotta be something that goes beyond that, because he would need to be able to still get past everything that Ghost Rider has for regen. I think at the end of the day, I think my only real recourse is to kind of just go with who I prefer, who I like more. It's very rare that I get to go with that option, because usually there's either a good argument against them or a good argument in their favor. But in this case, I think I'm going to go with Spawn. I just like him a lot more. Ghost Rider's great. Technically, Johnny isn't even my favorite. Ghost Rider, I like Robbie more. But Spawn in general, like, just... You get the fucking Keith David bonus and you're set. This is... I can't really say too much else in terms of the debate, other than the fact that just it's been really wild because how under-researched Spawn was going in. A lot of people did not think that Spawn was going to be able to hold up to essentially a cosmic Marvel character, but things are pretty split. A lot of people are going very by the narrowest of margins. And the animation that we've seen so far looks fucking cool. I'm very excited for the song as well, because it's probably going to be the most metal song that we've had since, honestly, since, like, Blood Moon or something. The voice actors that they've got sound really good for their roles, and all it takes is just us waiting to see what we get. And what comes next, because for once we actually don't have any idea of what we're going to get. I think last time we got that was Joker versus Giorno, because before people had a lot of, like, hints or reasons to believe that it was going to be something. Like, Among Guys didn't take us fully by surprise, because that we kind of got hints of it. But This time, we really don't know. I don't know if it's going to be one of the specifically a Kickstarter fight. If it is, that's fine. But hey, could be anything. With that said, I think we're just going to go into it. I know this wasn't exactly a long one, but I don't have too much to say. Both of them have just expansive arsenals and just so little that puts them over each other. These are really two similar characters. Makes me just surprised as to how this hadn't happened before. Yeah, so and I will see you guys then for the reaction.